Hello, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today it is the 29th day of the month of October, the month of 8, which is actually the 10th month. Thank you, Caesars. And I said that ironically. And the moon is in its first quarter. It's just entering into first quarter. So let's see what message wants to come through today. I have the Elder Futhark. I had a whole bunch of runes out for a reason this morning. So I have lots to choose from. So I thought, let's go with the Carnelian today because I was feeling brave. So so let's see. So it's the Elder Futhark on Carnelian Crystal. Let's see what message wants to come through today. I am going to see what message wants to come through today with the bright, shiny Carnelian runes. So this is a message for whenever you find this video, and it's for whoever this message is for. So it may not be for you, or it may not be for you right now, but keep it in mind because it might be for you in the future. Ooh. So I hope you're doing all right. These are, of course, rare times, but take care of each other and keep doing our best, which I know we always do. Like Mr. Rogers says, our best today may not be the best we've ever done, but it's the best we can do today, and that's all we should expect of ourselves or anyone else. So let's get see how this, look at this all pretty. Okay. Our central issue for the message that wants to come through today, we have Ivaz. Ivaz is the rune of the yew tree. This is patience, slow growth, slow development, taking things step by step, moving between worlds and integration. So we are on a path. We are moving carefully on our path. There are a few reasons for this. We have been recently, leading up to this, these runes are more wiggly than I expected. Wigglier than I expected. Leading up to this, we have Ingvaz. Ingvaz is Ing's rune. Ing is another name for Frey, and Frey is the fertility god. So this has to do with active creation. You have been, up until this point, carefully constructing around you what you need, using what you have to control what you can, but also to construct what you need around you. And from this point, you are now taking careful steps forward. I don't see this as being a really long trip. This is maybe something that I'm just looking at the other runes for context. You may have built this up so that you could do this one thing, this one exercise, which is going to be it's not going to be a short thing because it's slow and careful, but it's something you're going to have to be patient with the process and with yourself, and take the very careful steps about it. It's not something that I think is in your comfort zone. It's something that you had to build up to do, and now you are taking the steps of it, the steps that you need to take carefully. What is going to help you? We have Hagalaz and we have Dagaz. So I'm actually going to start with Dagaz. Dagaz is the rune of the breaking of the day. It's full illumination. It's all the light and color and air filling your entire field of vision. It's the breaking of the dawn. So it's a lot to see. You can see everything right now. And I think this is part of why you built yourself up for this. It's a huge overview, and it's being able to keep that overview as you move through these steps, and as you take these careful steps, that is going to help you the most. Just keeping that overview in mind as you move forward on what you're doing, this careful operation that you're doing. What that's also going to help with is, it's going to help you deal with the chaos around you that you might have to be moving through. This is Hagalaz. It's the rune of the hailstorm. It's chaos. It's things that are out of your control. It's weather. It's nature. This is also a reminder that you too are a force of nature as you move through these forces of nature that you're doing this operation, walking through. So it's kind of like suiting up to go through a very dangerous area that you're walking through, and you are going to get to a point where you won't have to do this. To spoil the ending, we have Isa, which is stillness and stand still. So you are just doing this movement, and it's very careful movement, but it's not going to be super, super long. This is going to be the period of time in which you're doing it. So remembering that, this is just a short-lived thing, as weather is, and that this is something that, yes, it is a period of time where you're moving through an area that is fairly chaotic, whether this is a mental area or just like an actual physical area, or just a process that is fairly chaotic and there's going to be a lot of things that are out of your control. The most important thing is to keep an idea of, keep an overview of the big picture in mind, of what you need to accomplish with this endeavor, and you've already built up a lot to do this with. So be that force of nature as you move through it. You're not going to rip through it, but you are going to be a steady, step-by-step force, and you're going to be patient with it, and you're going to be patient with yourself. What isn't going to help? We have algaes and we have manas. So these are both very, very positive runes, both upright in the negative spot, which generally means worries about that thing. You've had to do all this prep. And so this is basically worries about, do I have the support that I need? And do I have the support of people around me that I need? Like, are people going to be continually looking at me with support? And this is going to be, my sense of belonging is at stake here, it feels like, in terms of just like what your worry is. So you're worried about, do I have the support built up around me in order to do this, whether this is people or systems or even just like gear. And then underneath that is, this, like, I feel like my sense of belonging is at stake to do this, that people are going to be looking at me doing this, and people are going to be scrutinizing this and possibly criticizing, but this is not reversed. This is just upright. So his worries about how I'm going to be seen doing this, and that it's very important that I have obviously suited up correctly, whatever that involves. It could be like you're going into a test, and so you had to study, that kind of thing. But it's something that's going to be tricky, and there's going to be a lot that's not in your control as a part of it. And basically worries about support. So first of all, in that, this is your path through the issue, this is what helps and this is what doesn't, and that this is the antidote to this. So in the part where you're worried about support systems, first of all, you're coming from where you did all this work to build up. Second of all, you are in this situation where you are actually moving into the storm, but you are, first of all, suited up and also a force of nature in yourself. You are going to be moving steadily forward, and that's the thing. So you yourself are a force of nature in this, and so that in itself is support for yourself. It's protection for yourself, as is this. This is what is led from. And the fact that this is short-lived. This is something, what you're moving through, even though it's going to feel a bit plodding because you're taking one careful step at a time, it is something that is not going to last forever by its very nature. As far as worrying about how you're going to be seen doing this, and as far as worrying about, your sense of belonging, bring yourself back up to Dagas. You are keeping very carefully a sense of the big picture of what you're doing and what this is involving, and your overview of this is going to help you the most. So it actually ultimately doesn't matter how other people are seeing it, because you are keeping so much in your head at the moment where you're just keeping this overview in mind. It's like having the big map while you're taking the small steps, kind of thing. Ultimately, what this is going to lead you to is Isa. Isa is the rune of ice. It's stillness and standstill. It's the stillness through which clarity comes. So all of this is going to, you're only going to be taking your careful steps for a short period of time, and then you can be still. So that's like a state of rest. But also, once you get through it, there's going to be a lot of clarity that's come from that. Not only from, the overview that you'd had, but your experience as you moved through this step by step. So you will get through it. I don't see that you won't. This feels very positive to me. And then you can start reassessing afterwards. In fact, let me get a rune after this, just to move you that one step forward and just to make it feel like you haven't been stopped in your process. And yes, absolutely, you will have gotten through it. You can check it off your box. We have Gabo, which is the rune of the gift. This is agreements, decisions, goals, and plans. And in this spot on the path line, I also see it as completion, successful completion. You can check this off. It's like you did this. X marks the spot. So there you go. That is the message that wanted to come through today. I wish you all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.